Hello everybody. Welcome back to another weekend of sales. Well, weekend plus Monday is what we've been doing. So weekend plus Monday of sales.
Never took a left. Oh, that cart with a jack of wheel.
Oh my god, Ew, this looks terrible.
Starting off the weekend with Saturday. So far, good Saturday. We've got quite a few items to go over with you guys, so we're going to jump right into that. First on the list is this. It's a toy metal detector from Radio Shack. We got this at the first estate sale of the season, and we paid, I believe, $10 for it. Don't quote me on that. It's been a while. We've been to a lot of sales. One this morning. Yeah, vintage metal detector toy from Radio Shack. It does work. We put batteries in it, dried it out. It does work. This sold for $35 plus shipping. Next on the list, very small. These are really, really tiny scissors and tools, and I don't know what these are used for. Sarah gets stuff like this all the time, and they sell for good money. This is either vintage, tiny little metal. There's like a pocket knife in there, scissors in there. There's a pair of pliers in there. It's kind of interesting, and these sold for $15 plus shipping. Amazing. Sarah finds these little miniature things all the time, and they sell for really good money. I don't see them because I'm normally, kind of focused on the big stuff, and she finds it all the time. She's really good at that. We sold a couple cassette tapes. This was from that cassette tape haul from the Goodwill bins. These are Nat King Cole. Actually, you know what? I think we got these at a thrift store later. The Animal Friends thrift store up in Beaver County, and they were 20 cents that day. So we grabbed these two Nat King Cole cassette tapes. This is cassette tape 1 and 2. Really wish the camera would focus. There we go. Nat King Cole, the unforgettable cassette tapes. These sold for $4 plus shipping. I'm going to run out of room real quick putting stuff. I'm going to get creative with where I put things. Next on the list, we picked these up at a thrift store, the Red, White, and Blue thrift store where we get all our jeans normally. They were kind of a risk. They were asking $1 for, well, basically what boiled down to $1 for each of these things. These were pill cases. That's what they are. They are like, fancy case to put your pills in. That's all it is. This sold for $8 plus shipping. I'm sorry, $8 free shipping. Next on the list, vintage, vintage, vintage is the motto today. We bought a lot of vintage stuff this morning, and we sold a lot of vintage stuff. This is a vintage linen, what do we call this? A vintage linen tablecloth, 48 by 58, pretty much new. It's almost never been used. We got this at a estate sale a while back. Probably paid a couple bucks for it, maybe $5-6 for it, somewhere around there. This sold for $24 plus shipping. The vintage linens, man. They've been doing really good for us. Next up, more vintage linens. These are Martha Stewart. Vintage well, I guess they're vintage. Yeah, they're vintage. Vintage Martha... It's like Bruce Springsteen for me. Martha Stewart. Vintage pillowcases. These are 250 thread count, 100% cotton, standard vintage pillowcases. These sold for $10, free shipping. Next up is a shirt. It's back here. This is a AC/DC shirt. Yeah, that's more my style. Whenever I get confused on records and things like that, if it was an AC/DC record, I'd be able to tell you everything about it. Because I do like AC/DC. It's an AC/DC t-shirt. Not vintage. We got these at Walmart, actually. There's still the Walmart price tag on it right there. $5. This is, we were grocery shopping and they had a whole bunch of them for $5, so we bought them all. And band t-shirts tend to sell pretty well, especially AC/DC. And this one's tie-dyed, so that kind of added to it. This sold for $18 plus shipping. Next up is a book. It's a heavy book, too. This one. This is the Vintage Motor Auto Repair Manuals. Motors Auto Repair Manual. My bad. This is from 1935. I'm sorry, covers 1935 through 1953. Model years. It's the 16th edition of this book. This sold for $15 plus shipping. We got this last week at that estate sale. Most of the books there were 2 for $4. I think that one fell into that category as well. Next up, this record. We thought this record would stay with us forever, and it's sold. Jane Fonda. Thank God I'm not in commercials, because I'd hold the product up upside down all the time. Jane Fonda's workout record. She made a workout record. And why not? She made a fortune in the physical fitness side of things, so might as well. These are not worth money. If you see them, don't. It's not. $2.67 plus shipping. It's a 2 LP set, in case you're wondering. So it's going to be a 2-pound medium mail rate also. Next up, some boots. These we got from a friend of ours that owns a thrift store in the South Hills called Guys and Dames. If you guys haven't been out there, you should. He's got a lot of stuff. These are vintage camel boots. They're really cool. They are vintage. They haven't been worn much either. The soles aren't really all that worn for a leather sole. So, leather and wood sole. These were size 380 UK, which apparently is size 38 in the UK, which translate to about an 8.5 or 9 here. So they are smaller. But, we got a good deal on them. Sold them for $25.50. Took an offer. Plus shipping. We were back and forth a little while, me and this guy with these boots. I was trying to get him up a little. His first offer was $10, so we did a little better. But, yep. Vintage boots. They actually have the original receipt in them. I'll show it to you guys real quick. It's pretty cool. I'm going to blur out the name of the guy. Just fold that down. Yeah, vintage. The receipt is still in the box. Pretty cool. Anyways, moving right along. Wait, the box is not going to close. We're just going to put it back down here. Next up, I'm going to switch up the order a little bit, just because I got to get a thank you in, and I got to show you something really awesome that happened to us, and really funny. So, yeah, we'll start off with the thank you. This is a Greg shorthand book. For those of you that don't know, shorthand is a way people used to write to make things more compact. So they would abbreviate a lot, and it was kind of it's hard to explain because I don't know a lot about it, but it is a way people used to write. It's kind of like how we say LOL, but they used to write out whole sentences in shorthand, and people used to teach it, and people can read it. My mom can read it. I cannot. I just recently found out there was something called shorthand about 6 months ago, and yeah. So that's what this book is about, Greg shorthand here. This went to a viewer, Michelle from Las Vegas, one of my favorite cities to visit. In fact, I'm looking desperately for a reasonably priced vintage Las Vegas casino t-shirt. I love the old stuff, obviously, because I'm in this business, and I love weird t-shirts. Like we're wearing Del Boca Vista today, which if you haven't seen, if you are a Seinfeld fan, you know what Del Boca Vista is. But, yeah, looking for a vintage there's a website that sells them, and they're like $35 or something. I'm just not paying $35 for a t-shirt. But, Michelle, thank you so much for your purchase. We really do appreciate it. I love Las Vegas. Hope to be visiting once the craziness out there dies down a little bit. But, yeah, thank you so much, Michelle from Las Vegas, for your purchase. We really appreciate it. And last but not least, probably the single weirdest buyer's remarks I have ever seen from a buyer. First thing we'll tell you what sold. What sold is this. These are vintage sweatpants from the 1980s. They are just old sweatpants with the tags still on them, which is awesome. They're from Kmart. They're Kmart sweatpants from the 1980s. And they're awesome because it's amazing that somebody hung on to them. I mean, it still has the K10 price tag on it from Kmart. It's not going to focus because it sees my face. Focus. Come on, work with me. There we go. Yeah, still the price tag on it. It's pretty awesome. But they are just pants. It's not a car. And right after this sold, we did, have some offers back and forth. This happened. Wasn't that awesome? I hope you guys got a chance to read it. If you haven't, check out my Facebook or Instagram posts. I had to put up a post about it. It was just awesome. So, really actually made my day because that's my kind of humor, and I just love that people are that excited over pants. It's great. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Today is Sunday, March 28th. And we've got some eBay sales to go over with you, so we'll get into that right now. Starting off with this. It's a terry cloth shirt. I didn't know they made these, but apparently they did. This is probably from the 60s. This is from Tuesday's estate sale video where we went back to that two houses in Lawrenceville epic estate sale, the sequel. And now he's pissed. Anyways, this is, we got this Tuesday's estate sale. This we paid by the bag, so we paid $50 for the bag. This almost paid for half of it. This sold for $24 plus shipping. Next is a book. This is Robin War. I'm assuming Batman's Robin is at war. I don't know. I didn't read it. It's a DC Comics graphic novel. We got it at Ollie's Bargain Outlet. Not our bestseller. I think we paid $4 for this one, and it sold for $9.50, free shipping. Not all of them are home runs. It's just the nature of this beast. And that one wasn't the greatest, along with this one. But we didn't pay very much for this at all. He's up there with Barbra Streisand in the amount of records that you see. This is Dan Fogelberg. The greatest hits. Look at that. That's quite the look for Dan there. Dan Fogelberg's greatest hits sold for $2 plus shipping. You'll see a lot of Dan Fogelberg records if you go out looking for records. Next is a noisemaker. I'm going to try my best not to make too much noise with it while I show it to you. It is a New Year's noisemaker, vintage, probably from the 50s, maybe 60s. Let's see if we can get that to focus a little better on it. So we're struggling with this camera. The vintage noisemaker, as you can tell. This sold for $7 plus shipping. We got this at the first estate sale of the season. Next up, another thing from that from Tuesday's video. These are Orlon booties. They're just little booties. They're kind of warm, stretchy, fluffy booties from the 1960s. We got a couple of these at the first sale, and they sold so well. I saw a whole bunch from the second time we went back, so I just grabbed them. This sold for $10 plus shipping. Next up is a book. This book's been hanging around for a while, so we just kind of blew it out. This is Vintage 1948, The History of Tom Jones. Not that Tom Jones. I don't think it was a book about how he wrote it. It's not unusual or anything like that. Stupid joke. I know. The History of Tom Jones, The Foundling, a hardcover book from 1948, sold for $2.55 plus shipping. Again, they're not all home runs. It just, sometimes you got to take what you can get and move some inventory, and that's what we did with that one. And the Dan Fogelberg record. Next up is a t-shirt. This is a Realtree, upside down. This is a Realtree t-shirt, new with the tag, so the tag's still on it. Right there. We got these all at that, estate sale, department store that was closing in Delaware. And we picked them up each for $2, sold this one for $10, free shipping. Next up, set of sheets. Bought this from our buddy in the South Hills thrift store, Guys and Dames. He gave us a whole box of sheets. He didn't give it to us. We bought them off of him. This is a vintage spring-made sheets, double-fitted bed sheets, size 5476. There's actually 2 packages of these, the fitted sheet and then kind of the pillowcases and such are in the other one. This sold for $20, free shipping. Vintage linens have been good to us. If you're out and you see new in-package vintage linens, they're great. They've been selling very, very well for us. Next up, another estate sale find from a couple weeks ago. This is that Alf hat. We actually put it on auction, and I thought it would do a little better than it did. I paid $3 for it, so I'm happy. But I thought it would go for a little more money. It's a really cool hat. Now, granted, it is a cheaper kind of plastic bill and stuff, but it does have a tag. And people do collect Alf stuff, so I did think it might get a little more money. I mean, I'm happy. It sold for $20, plus shipping. Next up, and last for today, is a knife. This knife. It's a fish filleting knife, and it's got some, you know what, I'm going to put this back in here because I'm going to cut myself trying to show you guys what this is. It's got some engravings on it. It's a really cool knife. Bought it at an estate sale, paid a couple bucks for it. Nothing too major, but yeah, really cool little knife. Put it on auction. Sold for $8.50 plus shipping. Hello everybody, today is Monday, yay, happy Monday, March 29th, and we've got a lot of stuff to go over with you today, so we are going to dive right into that first with some jeans. We got some new with tags denim supply jeans. These are size 36-30. These were brand new with the tag. We got them at a thrift store, probably paid about, I don't know, between $4 and $6 for them. When you lose track when you buy so many jeans. But yeah, these sold, we thought they'd sell, we thought they'd be worth a little more when we were there. And then when we kind of got home and did further research, realized that they're not worth as much, but still decent money, $18 plus shipping. Next up is a record. This is Scruti Politi? I don't know. This is a 12-inch single. This is a Perfect Way. I have no idea who these people are. If I had to guess, this is probably a British ska band or a ska band. I'm not a big fan of the ska, and Sarah is, so she tends to gravitate towards stuff like this. I do not. So this is just a single. This sold for $3.20 plus shipping. I know what's going to happen. There's going to be comments saying it's this type of band, or yeah, it is a ska, and they sang this song, and then I'll be like, oh yeah, I've heard that song before. It's okay. I know. I'm very particular with music. There's certain things I just don't like. Next up is a polka dot shirt. It is Lock and Love women's polka dot shirt. This is going to play some tricks on your eyes with this camera. But yeah, size extra large women's polka dot shirt. Probably got it at the bins. $12.50 plus shipping. Next up, booties. Yeah, booties. They are nylon Orlon vintage booties from the 1960 Kmart's brand. See that? There's Kmart's brand right there. This was, we pulled these out of the house on Tuesday's video. Epic Estate Sale, the sequel. So, yeah, the first time we got some crazy cat lady booties, and they sold really well. So I thought, I'll buy the rest of them. And there was a bunch of them up there, so I grabbed them all. And they're selling through them. This sold for $14 plus shipping. And here are the ones from the original sale. So we've got the sequel, and now this is the original. Crazy cat lady nylon Orlon booties. These ones are orange with, kind of the stripes on them. These were originally 57 cents. How about that? These sold for a little less, $12 plus shipping. A lot of people gave us offers on these, and we just stood our ground because people were like $9, $7, $6. I don't know what people think. Like, if you're asking $18 for something and they're like, yeah, it's $6, and you're like, not even close. But whatever. Yeah, so $12 plus shipping. Next up is a video game. You saw me grab all those video games on Saturday's video when we went back to our favorite Salvation Army, where we've had so many fond memories, like a broken cart and a dirty tissue we found in some used jeans. It's our favorite place to go. But it really is, because we really do like it there. The prices are normally reasonable, and they have good stuff. And this was one of them. This is 007 Nightfire for the Game Boy Advanced. This sold for $8 plus shipping. You saw me pick up the whole bag of those Game Boy Advance games for $15, and this was out of the one of them. So we're $8 so far, plus shipping. Next up are some jeans. This is the last of our, well, we might have one more pair, but we are done with the black denim from here on out, because they just don't sell well. These are vintage black denim. They're actually the orange tab Levi's, and they're in good shape. They're, they're made in the USA, decent black denim jeans, and these sat for a long time. We got these months ago, and we thought for sure that they would sell for decent money, and they didn't. We just kept reducing the price down. We had it down to $15. Someone offered us $10, and we just took it, because we have a lot of extra inventory that we need to start moving some of the stuff that wasn't moving. So we decided to take that offer. So I guess every now and again it's good to lowball somebody, but I don't know. I don't think that was all that low, because we were asking, I think 15, and it was 10, so that's not a big deal. Next up, just so you guys know, we made a fairly large purchase of athletic clothing over the weekend. We didn't film it because it wouldn't have been a good video, I promise. It would have been us sitting in a garage going through boxes and boxes of clothes. And yeah, it just wouldn't have been very entertaining for you guys. So we decided, we did make a pretty large purchase. So you are going to see a lot of like Nike, Adidas, Puma, Under Armour stuff going through the store. And that's why, because we have a lot of it. So first up from that purchase is an Under Armour skull cap. This isn't the like a winter skull cap. It's a lighter skull cap. There's actually a picture of it on the back there. And this sold for $10 plus shipping. Some more from that purchase. These are Nike track pants. They're new with the tag. And these are, I think these are running pants, because they have, I'm not a runner, as you can tell. They have like a drawstring on the bottom of the leg, so I imagine so you can pull it tight so you don't trip over things. These sold for $28 plus shipping. Next up, some more track pants. These are Puma track pants. Puma? Black and white, new with the tag. Puma men's track pants. These don't have any fancy things on the leg. These sold for $21.50 plus shipping. Next up, sold another one of those pill cases from that thrift store haul that we got when we bought these. We bought a couple of them. Well, I think like 10 of them or something, or maybe 5 to 8 of them. We've got a fair amount of these left, but we've been selling through them. This sold for $7, free shipping. Next up is a record. This is David Bowie, Low. This is a remastered record store day purchase. Sarah bought a couple of these for herself. Decided to sell one of them off because so this is still sealed, never been opened. This sold for $29.50 plus shipping. It's the 180 grain vinyl too, so it's a heavier vinyl. So just so you guys know, if you do buy the 180 grain vinyl records and go to ship them out, they're always going to go at a 2-pound media mail rate because they are heavier. Next up, we got another Under Armour product here. This is an Under Armour compression shirt for runners, new with the tag, navy blue, men's size medium. This sold for $12 plus shipping. And last for today are some shorts. These are men's running shorts. I didn't know this. Maybe you did, but again, not a runner. But apparently they put like a lining inside these, kind of like men's bathing suits. They're like got like underwear built into them for running. I didn't know that because I thought these were bathing suits when we pulled them out. I'm like, oh great, these are all bathing suits. And Sarah's like, no, they put those in there for runners, for men. So, little tidbit of information for you. I didn't know it. She did. These are men's athletic lined, men's size medium running shorts. These sold for $23. Nike running shorts. These sold for $23 plus shipping. And that's it for this first part of the week what sold video. Yeah, it was a decent weekend. We went to some cool sales. We got some good merchandise. So yeah, and that's about it, guys. I know there's a few of you out here that haven't done it yet, and I'm looking at you. So if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, click that subscribe button for me. I really appreciate it. It's helping out the channel, really helping us out to grow. So it doesn't cost you a dime. I promise. You just click the subscribe button. The worst thing that's going to happen to you is you might get a notification every now and again that I uploaded a new video. And why wouldn't you want to know? All right, we're going to wrap it up there. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.
Good day, sir!